Do you remember that scene in Back to the Future where the mom is making the whole family a pizza and she grabs this little tinfoil bag and throws it in this crazy looking oven, and then 5 seconds later comes out a 12-inch pizza big enough for the big family? I think this might be as close to that reality as we've ever been. Today we're going to test out the Typhur Dome. We're going to talk about the pros, the cons, who I think this is for, and if it's worth the wild $500 price tag. Included in the box is the air fryer itself, the handle basket, and then inside of that is the actual ceramic rack that goes underneath. The cooking modes are air fry, broil, roast, toast, and a dehydrating mode. So that's what we're going to be testing out.
The inner basket capacity is 12 inches by 12 inches by 2.5 inches deep.
This is a heavy air fryer at a whopping 20 pounds. The whole basket and the wire rack inside are dishwasher safe. The Typhur Dome also has a self-cleaning mode that allows it to accelerate the high temperature decomposition of grease and grime from the top cavity of the dome itself. Let's test out all the cooking modes and see how well this performs. All the recipes will be pinned to the top comment down below. Okay, first up is the air fry mode. We're going to make the beloved Starbucks roasted pepper egg white bites, but the homemade version. These things are seriously easy to make. First, you're going to take 1 cup of egg whites, 1 cup of shredded mozzarella, 2/3 cups of cottage cheese. Add some salt and blend it all together until you have a smooth consistency. Next, take some spinach and chop that up. You're also going to need roasted peppers. I use these sliced red pimientos in a jar. You're also going to need these egg bite molds. I got these on Amazon for like $8. They're literally the perfect bite size. You're going to spray some olive oil on these so the egg bites don't stick. Add in the spinach, then the red peppers, and last the egg white mix. Throw these in the air fryer for 15 minutes at 280 degrees. That's it. Out comes beautifully bite-sized egg bites ready for breakfast. The egg bites were just a bonus for you. I wanted to show you how you can easily use the Typhur to prepare a whole meal for the whole family, or in my instance, I'm going to meal prep for 4 days. Let's start off with teriyaki salmon bites. Again, these are super easy to make. All you're going to need is some salmon. I have 2 pounds of fresh salmon. I'm going to cut these into bite-sized cubes. Add some salt, pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, and for some good measure, slap your mama. Throw these in the air fryer for 12 minutes at 390 degrees. While that cooks, let's get our teriyaki sauce ready. I use this sesame teriyaki sauce. It has ginger, soy sauce, and white sesame seeds. So the whole shebang. You're going to heat this in a pan for about 3 to 4 minutes or until the sauce thickens up. Super easy. Once the salmon is done, remove and toss with the teriyaki sauce. Voila, perfectly cooked salmon teriyaki bites. Let's serve this with some rice, golden potatoes, and green beans. Okay, next up is the broil mode. We're going to make the easiest side of golden potatoes and roasted green beans known to man. Get 1 pound of golden potatoes and quarter those up. Throw those in a mixing bowl. Then you're going to need some green beans. I got this 1 pound bag at Target. Throw that into the same mixing bowl. Add some olive oil, salt, and pepper. That's it. Toss those bad boys up. They're ready for the air fryer. Select the broil mode function and set it to 400 degrees for 15 minutes. We're going to add these to our salmon teriyaki bites. I made a side of white rice to go along with it. Add your rice, add your salmon, and add your veggies. Congratulations, you made your first meal prep. Start counting your dollars because this is how you save money. Next up is the dehydrating function. I'm actually really excited about this one, and if it works, it's going to make a lot of my dishes so much better. Let's make some sun-dried tomatoes. For this recipe, get yourself 1 pound of small Roma tomatoes and slice those up into 3 pieces, 2 down the sides and the middle core. Remove the little stem part by using 2 cuts or just cut the whole bottom part off. Next, get yourself a bowl and a spoon. You're going to want to remove most of the seeds and the ooey gooey stuff out. Don't worry, this doesn't have to be perfect, just try to get as much as you can with a couple of scrapes. This is going to make it easier and take less time dehydrating. Next, lay them all right side up. Add some salt, pepper, parsley, and oregano. Chop up some fresh basil for extra yum and add that to the top. Throw that into the air fryer basket and set the Typhur to dehydrate mode at 200 degrees for 120 minutes. Patience is key here. Okay, now that the timer is done, let's remove the tomatoes and see if these are ready. You will know these are ready when they are malleable and have a raisin-like consistency. You can literally add this to anything: pizza, sandwiches, soup, salads. Just use your imagination. But we're going to add this to our next dish, roasted garlic heads. If you want to be invited to every party, bring this dish. It will be our little secret that it only takes 20 minutes and a few garlic heads to be the favorite person in the room. Take as many garlic heads as your heart desires and cut off the head, exposing the top garlic cloves. Hit those with some olive oil, salt, and pepper. Wrap them up in aluminum foil and throw them in the air fryer for 20 to 30 minutes in the roasting mode. Take those out and make sure to show everyone all that gooey gold. The aroma in the room will bring them in like bees to honey. But wait, you need some bread to go with it, so grab yourself a French roll and cut those into hand-sized pieces. Whip up some butter and oregano to make it easier to spread on the bread and throw that into the air fryer in toast mode for 6 minutes at 400 degrees. This is where it all comes together, and when you start believing you can be on top chef. Take that toasted French bread, spread some roasted garlic goodness on there, and top it off with some sun-dried tomatoes. Enjoy. Okay, so let's talk about the pros. The number one pro is that you can cook a ton of food really fast, and that's the name of the game here, and I think that's what Typhur really went after. I think that's the number one feature, and they just hit it out of the ballpark with that, because it does make it super easy for you to do that. Whether you're meal prepping, cooking dinner for a family, this is gonna do it for you quick and easy. I do have to give it to the Typhur team when it comes to design. This looks like it's straight out of the future, or it just came from a distant galaxy. The design is really modern, it's really slick. This is badass looking. The basket and rack are made out of a non-stick ceramic coating, and cleaning it was really easy. I just cleaned it with a sponge and soapy water, and everything came off. It was really easy to clean, so no complaints there. The one feature that the Typhur does have that I haven't seen any other air fryer have is a self-cleaning mode. So I put that to the test, and this is what I found. The Typhur app allows you to control the Typhur Dome and sends you notifications when your food is done cooking. But most importantly, this is where the self-cleaning mode lives. You're going to click on the settings and go to self-cleaning mode. There's two options: regular clean and deep clean mode. One takes 60 minutes and the other takes 120 minutes. First, let's take a look at how dirty the dome is inside after cooking all these meals. You can see there's some buildup on the sides and mostly on the burner, but nothing too bad. After running the cleaning cycle, you can see a difference on the burner here and here mostly. The grease does seem to have burned off, but granted, the burner wasn't too dirty to begin with. Only time will tell if this function really does work on harder jobs, so we'll see. But so far, so good in my opinion, and an awesome feature to have. Another cool feature that the Typhur offers is a 3-year warranty. If anything goes wrong with any of the parts inside of here, they do have a 3-year warranty, which kind of makes it worth it. Okay, so let's talk about the cons. One thing that I would like to see maybe implemented in the next version or something is this basket. So it's like a double-edged sword, right? It's so big, and that's the whole point. It's so large, it's gonna be easy for you to cook large amounts of food, but it does take up a lot of counter space. And the one thing that I didn't like is that when you're cooking something, you pull this out, you have to set this somewhere. You have to set it either on your table, you have to set it somewhere. And that's now taking up this whole area and now this whole area. So you need double the space to make this work. What would have been really cool to see is having this handle be like some sort of latch release. So instead of having to set this down, it would have been cool to have some sort of like latch on here. When you pull it out, it just latches and it doesn't fall out. So then it takes up a little bit less area. And then maybe this can have like a little, you know, like a little trigger or something that releases the latch, and then you can pull the whole thing out if you want to. But it might work in yours. I don't know. If you have an island or a bigger kitchen, this might work for you. So what does this solve? I think this solves meal prepping or feeding a bigger family or 3 to 5 people, like a party or something. I think this is perfect for that. It's gonna cook it fast, it's gonna be easy, and the cleanup is really simple. So yes, win-win. So do I recommend the Typhur Dome? Yes, I do recommend it. It is expensive. It's $500. I know it's 500 bucks, but if you're looking to make your life easier with meal prep or cooking for your family, this is worth 500 bucks in the long run, because the amount of time you're gonna save, the amount of money you're gonna save is gonna outweigh the $500 investment for sure. So yeah, I will see you in the next video. Bye.